Greetings. My name is Vytis Puronas. I'm a re-recording mixer and sound designer. This is a documentary thunderstorm sequence built from scratch in a tool I've been coding in C++ for the last 4 years. It's called Sonic Alchemist. The air in this is dense. The colors are dramatic, so I want something uneasy, not literal weather, more a feeling of pressure. That's what I'm after, and let's see how close I can get. Drop your folder and it will get scanned for spectral character and intensity. I'm running this on a MacBook Air, and this is Odyssey from Pro Sound Effects, but it could be anything you've got. And by the way, there's no model in this is just pure maths. Nothing's generated or synthesized. Every sound you hear is one of the files we just loaded. I search for sounds by drawing my intentions. I can adjust its shape and focus on heavier or lighter sounds. I want a wind gust that's somewhere in the middle. So enter keywords with autocomplete, some pitch variation. Let's take a listen. It's quite close to what I had in my head, so let's save this recipe. Let's place another one. A recipe is how we got to that combination, not the exact files, so we can reuse it in any project on any libraries. You can draw custom curves if you want a more dynamic sound. Let me import the video. Here's a chain of recipes I saved earlier. They will help me search my library for rain and the general weatherbed. Some birds in there as well. We'll add a recipe, one keyword, thunder, and I'm aiming the weight low. I'll make it a hero. This will help us declutter the mix, as the other sounds will now leave space around it. Another thunder, even lower. Also a hero. There are all these sparks around here, and I've got a very dynamic hand-drawn chain of recipes that might work for this. For the last shot, we need something to keep the energy, so I'll go for this other chain I saved earlier, which will search my library for some wind and metal fence type of sounds. Sometimes you want to commit to a sound, and you can bounce it to clip. The whole sequence still sounds the same. Now the thing here is that bounce to clip is reversible, so I can go back to its chain or recipe that made it at any time, even if it's a copy of that bounced clip. You can go back and edit. I can step through the alternatives. Next, mute level all here. Pin the ones I want to keep, ban the ones I don't want to see again. As you can see, there are no pop-ups or floating windows. The whole thing came out of modular thinking. Small building blocks you combine, chains inside chains, and each event has its own layer strip. And the whole sequence can be grouped and saved as a chain itself, so next episode, same location, it's one drop. Worth saying there's no EQ or destructive processing anywhere in this. Pull the reverb back a little. Here's my final sequence. I'll mix it in Pro Tools. Export AF and WAVs for the director. Let's switch to Pro Tools. This is where I'd normally carry on working. I might go for some EQ, maybe shift a few layers here and there. The audio files come in unprocessed. That's a few minutes of work for a sequence that would usually take most of my morning. Tracks laid out, clips to frame, fades written, clip gain, volume automation, all carried over. Nothing you heard was made up by the tool, it's all my own material. The judgment is still the job. That part doesn't get shortcut. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day.